I've been having a really interesting time on Twitter in the last couple of days. So I don't.
Interesting means horrible, dreadful, disgusting.
No, not horrible. I haven't found it
Sometimes.
horrible. It's just been really interesting to watch, and I kind of ended up today going, I'm not tired by the flood of dis and misinformation. I'm tired by the laziness of the other side. I'll give you an example, right? This is, I won't play it, but this is a chat we did the other day, Chewie, talking about how many houses will National Fund and build. And that's obviously when we're watching, Jack Tame doing the stuff, that one there. Yeah, but you know that one. And someone comes in straight away, and this is the laziness that I'm talking about. Don't believe any of these people, that's their name, so it doesn't matter. Just how many did Labor actually fund? Not how many were built by private companies during Labor's mismanagement of everything in this country. And it's just so lazy. And my response is, it's just so sad and pathetic when a simple Google search, you can answer your own question. The answer is 12,000. Labor delivered 12,000 homes. 1 in 7 of all the public homes that are in New Zealand right now were delivered in the last Labor term. Just do some homework. It's not hard.
I saw this coming, Pat, because there's the two different programs, right? There's Kiwi Build, and then there's just the standard social housing program. Like Kiwi Build was its own separate thing, and it had like some pretty big audacious targets that people kind of went, don't know if you'll get there, but they were swinging for the fences. And look, let's be honest, Kiwi Build didn't work. But the end result was Labor built a fuck ton of houses through its normal procedures.
Yeah.
Kiwi Build was just trying to something else. But these guys that swallow this propaganda that just go,
swallow.
I hate Labor.
You said swallow. You said swallow. Swallow.
I did say swallow. And if you carry on like that, Pat, I'm going to say diddle as well.
Okay, sorry.
It's the thing where you hate the Labor Party, you hate the Greens, you hate the left, whatever. So you don't critically look at the messaging your own side sends out.
Yeah.
So you just fall into these traps. You're constantly stepping on rakes because you don't black hat your own team.
Yeah.
And look, I'll be honest, the left is just as able to step on those rakes from our own team as possible. And that's why I like what we kind of do is like, yes, we are cheerleaders of the left. We believe in the left. But by the same token, we're not going to take any old dreck and go, oh, well, that must be true. If it's wrong, we'll fucking crucify people for being wrong.
And have done.
We did it for what was it, Jenny Anderson, with her ridiculous stats that she tried to make work. It wasn't good. We criticised her on that.
We criticised Chippy last week for what it looked like shitting on Tamitha Paul because her ideas weren't wrong. So, we'll do
it. I noticed there was a very small article. It's so small that I couldn't find it. Apparently, he took a day or two to think about that, and extended an olive branch to the Greens, and apparently him and Tamitha have spoken at this point.
Kissed another.
Yeah, well, maybe, but it'd be great if Labor looked at Greens and went, "That's our coalition partner," unless something fucking bananas happens.
Yeah,
and just treated them like that. That would be ace if they just back.
I just got to the end of today. I know I'm not like worn out by these people, and I've actually had quite a lot of fun. People going, "Oh, you fat cuck," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's fair." Just going back to them all the whole way through, like, "Yeah, but I accept that criticism." It's like it's really silly, but it's just laziness. It's just so lazy. Like, what are these charges about this Green MP? What would you send up in court? A blue squiggle of this or that? No, just stop and think. And I said to someone today, if this blue squiggle, that kind of stuff, if you're wrong, then what you're doing is defamation. If you're right, then what you're doing is making it impossible to have charges against a person because where would you get a fair jury now? And like they just, and that's not me sitting on the fence going, well, we can't really get behind the Greens. It's just in a reality of the world at what it is actually happening. It's the laziness. It's just the laziness. I had a certain pile of pancake batter on my feed today when someone told me about all the misinformation and stuff I spread, and the pile of pancake batter went, like all the stuff you've said about me. And I went, oh, I'm really sorry, Karen, poor wee thing. Why don't you just tell me where I'm factually wrong? Because I'm happy to retract. Guess what I've heard back? Nothing.
And again, when you talk about laziness, there's a perfect example there. He could just go, well, for a start, I'm an actual real human person with feelings, not a bag full of discarded pancake batter mixed up with custard skins, broken eggshells, custard skins and eggshells, just all mixed up in a bag. Just very just from a consistency point of view, very upsetting.
Lazy. It's just lazy. They're all of them. Him too. I mean, we know he's lazy because we watch interviews where he doesn't realize why he's speaking to the person he's speaking to. We've showed you.
Who are you again?
Yeah. He introduces people like Bob McCoskey is coming on board, and he's later complaint with the police. Bob McCoskey comes on board and he realizes he's tagged the police in a tweet. So it's just lazy. It's lazy. And look, I'm not saying we don't get it wrong sometimes, but we try every single time, almost maybe to our detriment to some people on the left, to be factually accurate. Now, our opinion can be whatever the fuck we want, because that's opinion. But when we're bringing facts and figures out and giving direct information, we try to be as accurate as we can. And if and when we're wrong and we find out it, we mea culpa.
I actually had the perfect example of this. I put in some of the lessons that you've imparted to me, Pat, here on the show, also known as
you took your pants off.
The Mehdi Hassan method.
You stopped wearing your pants. Is that the lesson? No,
I never wear pants.
Okay.
The Mehdi Hassan method that we spoke about. There was a guy having a go at one of the Dunedin local councillors who put up a pretty benign post about, nice to see a Palestinian solidarity rally in the Octagon the other week. Yeah. And someone wades into that going, why don't you condemn the actions of Hamas on October 7th? Which was hilarious because I follow the city councillor and I know that he has condemned those actions publicly in a council meeting. You can go and find it. He's absolutely done it. And what he says. And then so I go, here's a good opportunity to put these practices, these ideas into practice. And I go, hey, Mr. Facebook man, do you condemn the war crimes of the IDF and the Israeli regime? Nothing. Answers other people.
Yeah.
Answers other people in the same kind of. So I leave it for a day. I go back. He's still slinging it at the city councillor. And I go, hey, here's a couple of chances. You could condemn this, this, and this. Nothing. 3 days this has gone on. He is ignoring me and I will not let it go. So now he's getting hit with the latest findings of the IDF tracking down, capturing, shooting Red Crescent staff members, bulldozing their bodies and their ambulances into a makeshift mass grave with a bulldozer that's just been discovered. So, here's your opportunity. Here's your opportunity, people that stand the Israeli regime. You can condemn that war crime. Condemn away.
So someone, AJ Wokers, on my Twitter feed today, basically it's kind of given an answer to what you're saying as well. I'm probably given an answer because I got what's her name? Fucking the moronic housewives of whatever. Gilda Kirkpatrick blocked me. She unblocked me today. She came on and made a comment, then blocked me again, which is adorable. It is adorable. It's like a 3-year-old coming up and punching you in the back and running away. It's adorable. But it's kind of to what you're saying. This is what he said, which I think is an interesting point. And then we'll move on, Pano. He said, the second you make one of the dim lights in their head flicker over its wattage limit, but for an instant, they're either straight back to the echo chamber or running away screaming for anyone to like them because of big old meanie. It's like, yeah, that's what it is. But look, to wrap up, while we're here, some good news out of Twitter as well. They do have a line, apparently. You know, the image that we didn't show last time, but we described. Well, look at this. We have reviewed the account you reported and have actioned it accordingly because we found it to be in violation of the X rules. So
So,
no longer exists.
okay. So now we have a standard. If you want to get an image removed from X, it has to be a swastika assembled entirely of the N word.
Yeah.
Wow.